How's everyone doing? This is going to be another what movie should I watch vlog and kind of a room tour. Let me know if you're going to watch anything tonight as well. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you're going to watch. And help me decide what to watch tonight. I picked out 8 movies to choose from, and I want to watch 2 tonight. So let me know out of the 8 which 2 I should check out, and leave me other movie recommendations I should check out that I haven't listed out over here. And I'll go ahead and show you the room tour as well. This is my office area. Up here I have like the bust sets. I have another bust set over there, Caesar, from the Planet of the Apes DVD set, which was an amazing set. I wish they would do a Blu-ray version of that with like the whole collection of everything. Then Criterion's right there. A little Eureka, Twilight Time, Disney, and then Obstructed from View are TV shows and seasons. And then I have a whole bunch of DVDs and movies and Blu-rays that I want to sell or trade, and then a bunch of comic books as well. Here is another poster. I got a frame for it. It's one of those snap frames. It was funny because the box, it wasn't funny, it was not funny. The box came and it was like a huge hole in the box. There's like no bubble wrap or anything. You can see it's got a little bit of a ding right there in that corner. But I don't know. The frame itself is decent. The price could have been a little bit better, but so far so good. And this is the UV coating on it, the like protective shield for it. So I feel like it's not quite as bright and vivid because of that, but that's understandably so. It's not too bad. But a bunch of autographs here on there for my Killer Clowns from Outer Space poster. Pretty souped on that. I'll talk about that in a future video. There's my John Carpenter's The Thing poster, which I want to get more signatures on that. It's looking pretty bare with just the 2. But and then over here is more stacks of movie stuff I have to do updates for. There's a big stack of Criterions, big stack of Twilight Time. But here's the horror Blu-ray collection right here. And then going over here, and some Funko Pops, some original Garbage Pail Kids toys from the, I think it was called Cheap Toys, was the candy. And some box sets and goodies and all kinds of stuff. And here's the rest of the collection in here. And here's some of the 4K. I have a bunch of 4K titles in the other room too, in this stack down here. But there's some of the 4K, and then more Blu-rays. Nothing's quite organized yet. I have to alphabetize everything. More Blu-rays, some more special edition sets up at the top. But here we go. More Blu-rays. Some DVDs, and making some custom Blu-rays, essentially just cutting some of the DVDs to fit into a Blu-ray case, which I'll do a whole video on that, but there's a few. And I think they look pretty nice in the Blu-ray cases. I know a lot of people didn't want me to do that, but you can only do it on certain ones. Like if they have like DVD right there on the spine, you can't do it on that, obviously. So there's a lot more that I wanted to do, like that one, but can't do it on Saving Silverman, and a bunch of other ones. So there's only certain ones you can do it to cut it to, you know, because you don't, if you're gonna put it in a Blu-ray case, you don't want to see DVD on the spine. But I gotta get another thin bookcase for TV shows, one for DVD, one for Blu-ray, and then here's some horror DVDs. Some stuff signed up. James Gunn signed before he got real famous with Guardians of the Galaxy. And let's see. Here are the 8 movies that I picked out that I have at the top of my watch list currently. So let me know from these 8 which 2 I should watch tonight, in your opinion. And if you have any other movie recommendations for me to check out, leave me a comment down below. But let's go ahead and I'll show you. Hand close up. First up is Winchester, which I love the concept for this. And it's, I guess, based on supposedly inspired by true story, true events, and the most haunted house in history. Yeah, Helen Mirren, Jason Clarke, Sarah Snook, who I'm a big fan of her. She's an Australian actress. She's been in some really good stuff. I like her as an actress. But I like the concept for this, where it's she's the Winchester heiress, the rifle, and she's haunted by ghosts who are killed by the rifle. So I dig that a lot, the concept. I've heard not too good reviews, but I'm going to give it a fair chance. Looked atmospheric as well from the trailer. And then next up is Liam Neeson in The Commuter. And I feel like he's just done so many action movies back in the recently, but back in the day, I remember from like Darkman. My favorite from him, I think an underrated one actually is a Walk Among the Tombstones. I think that kind of got lost in the mix of all his action movies, but love that one. And then The Gray is probably my favorite. And then the director in here has worked with him 4 times. I'm trying to remember his name is Jean Colette Serra. They worked together on Unknown, Nonstop, and Run All Night. And John Colette Serra also did The Orphan with Vera Farmiga, and Vera Farmiga's in here. It's great she's getting so much recognition for Bates Motel. She's been around for a long time. She's great in Departed, great in The Orphan as well. Orphan is one that I really enjoy. He also did, John Colette Serra directed the House of Wax remake, although the Vincent Price one was also a remake, but the Paris Hilton one he worked on, which I like that one. I know it gets a lot of criticism and hate, but it was entertaining, it was fun. But Commuter looks like it's going to be all-out action. They're on a train, and he has to do something to stop some people before more people die, and I don't know, typical kind of Liam Neeson stuff. Next up is Backstabbing for Beginners, based on a true story. I think it has something to do with like Iraq war, or Iraqi oil, something like that. About he takes over this position, and he finds out his predecessor was killed or murdered, and there's a conspiracy. So that's interesting. And I like the cast in here too. Ben Kingsley, and then Ferdinand, which is an animated movie. This was from the Red Box of Mystery. I know some of the voice acting is John Cena, Peyton Manning, Gabriel Iglesias, who's a really funny stand-up comedian. I got to see him perform live at the State Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And he should do voice acting for like every movie. He's hilarious. But a bunch of other people. Jeremy Sisto does voices in there. Kate McKinnon. But it looks like it's going to be a family-friendly movie. Maybe it'll be entertaining for adults too. My Friend Dahmer, which I guess is about Jeffrey Dahmer when he was younger and his personal relationships. So that sounds kind of interesting. And then Dear Dictator with Michael Caine and Katie Holmes and a few other recognizable people, including Seth Green and Jason Biggs. And then Odia Rush, I guess, is that young actress. I feel like she's been in something else that I saw recently too. But I guess, yeah, she thought she was a rebel until she met a real one. So that sounds... he looks very Fidel Castro-esque there. I guess that's the look he's going for on the back. But haven't heard too much about that one, but I like the cast a lot. And then Mermaids, this is from Olive Films. This is one that I remember watching when I was a kid. Cher, Bob Haskins, Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci, young Christina Ricci right there. But looking forward to revisiting this one. Again, it brings me back to when I was a kid. Olive Films have released a lot of really good films, that, especially from my childhood too. Next up is Punchline. I've actually had this for a bit, and I've been meaning to pop it in. I remember seeing parts of this, but I don't think I ever saw the full thing. It's about stand-up comedians, which I'm big into stand-up comedy. Go to my local comedy club a lot. Sally Field and Tom Hanks, right there, star. And I think he basically helps her in the kind of when she first starts out doing stand-up comedy. So it seems like a good cast there. I love Tom Hanks, Sally Field as well. So and I love stand-up comedy. So it seems right up my alley. I'm just trying to decide from these 8 which 2 I should watch tonight. So hopefully that is all in frame as well. I'm using my iPhone to film. So it's facing me right now. So I wish there was a button where you could switch views. Like I can go from this view to the other view. That would have made it a lot easier. But hopefully everything was in frame. So there you go. Again, from these 8, Winchester, The Commuter, Backstabbing for Beginners, Ferdinand, My Friend Dahmer, Dear Dictator, Mermaids, and Punchline. A very eclectic mix of films. So let me know of these 8, which 2 I should watch tonight, and your opinion, and what other movie recommendations you have for me, and let me know where you're going to watch tonight as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below, and that's it. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start doing more videos of like talking about the movies I watch, not necessarily new releases, but stuff that might have been older and stuff too, because I used to do that a long time ago, and I saw a few other channels that are doing that, and makes sense, because a lot of times when I watch movies, I don't necessarily do a review for it, or an update for it, especially because, it might have been an older movie, even though I think it deserves recognition because it's not a new release, it might not get as much, you know, exposure for the video or whatever, but who cares about that? It's all about talking movies and having fun on here. And yeah, I might do one of those kind of like weekly watch kind of things. I see a lot of people doing that now. I think it's a great concept. And I remember doing that way back in the day, but might have to bring that back, especially for tonight, because there's a few new release stuff in here, but then like, I think like, well, I guess it is majority new release. I think there's only 2 in here that aren't. So, but I still watch a lot of ones that aren't new releases too. Let me know what you think about that. If you want to see like a weekly watch video, let me know. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care.